Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you cars that you should probably stay away from, cars that you should probably avoid, and yeah, just not worth it. Right, okay, the first car we don't want to buy is the Toria Door. Now I'm only joking. Now it's actually the Stromberg, and the reason I've got the Toria Door up here is because I know I said I'm buying a lot of these cars, but the Stromberg is so useless right now, so what is the point of me purchasing it to show you what it can do when the Toria Door can literally do all of it. Now, the Stromberg was a great addition to GTA when it first released because it was the first car that could go underwater and you could do the heist with it, you could do Bogdan, and it was really cool. But now that you get the Toria Door, there is no point of all those features it has. The Toria Door has all of them and more. Now, the Stromberg did cost less than the Toria Door. It cost 2.395 million and the Toria Door cost 3.6 million. It is a bit more expensive. But the Toria Door you can boost, you have rockets as standard, you've got 4 doors so you can actually have 4 people in there. It's just so much of a better car. And actually when I bought the Toria Door I sold my Stromberg straight away, so it's not really great for this video because I could have shown it you. But honestly, what is the point of owning it anymore? It's like the Mark 1 oppressor and the Mark 2. The Stromberg, the Toria Door is basically the Mark 2 Stromberg. I would say you could call it the Mark II Stromberg, but yeah, that's why I put it on this list. Now the Zaba, what a funny looking thing this is. At 2.4 million, I mean, it looks like it's worth 2.4 million, you know, has some weapons on, what? No, it doesn't have any weapons on it. Armored, no, it's not armored either, but it can go into water at like 5 miles an hour, like, the speed in water is so slow. If you're expecting to go somewhere in the water with this, I feel like it was just a gimmick. Like, this thing can go in water when it travels at 5 miles an hour. Once you use this for its purpose and travel somewhere and get to your destination, and it's took you probably one whole GTA day, you're never going to do it again. And the fact that this is slow on road, if anything touches you, you nearly flip over. I don't know, it's one of those that you're only going to buy if you've got modded money, because either you're going to buy it, save up and buy it and be really disappointed, or you're just going to buy it for the fun of it and the looks. To be fair, it does have a lot of modifications, but it's just useless. Now this is the only car that I actually currently owned on this list in GTA, it's the Arden. Now the Arden is another one that now useless because of the new arrivals, but I would definitely say if you're into your old Lotuses and you like their Esprit, then this is definitely a car you shouldn't miss out on just because I said, you know, it's not worth it or do not buy this car. Really, if you enjoy these, if you like the cars for these looks and maybe their history, then yeah, go for it. I do think this is a good looking car, but that's not what I'm rating it on. I'm rating it on the fact that it costs 1.1 million and the machine guns mounted on it. If you're buying it to kill anyone, please do not buy this car. Like, this probably has the weakest bullets of any car, and just look how long it takes to destroy other cars. But apart from that, yeah, I regret to put this one on the list because it's a good looking car. But yeah, I just don't think it will meet a lot of people's expectation. Now the Rocket Baltic, I think the Rocket Baltic speaks for itself here. Why would you buy this car for 2.8 million? Like, honestly, if throughout the whole GTA logs, if someone's actually buying the Rocket Baltic now in this day and age, in, you know, even in 2020, there must be a fatal error or someone must have misclicked, because I don't see anyone buying this car. There's so many rocket vehicles now, and there's so much more boost pressure out there, and there's rocket vehicles that have a lot more use case in this Rocket Baltic. This Rocket Baltic is near useless. Don't get me wrong, when it came out it was really fun and it was the first time a rocket's been implemented, but now there is really no need to buy it. There's so many other vehicles you can get, and there's cheaper vehicles you can get as well. The worst part about this car is the fact that it's a Pegasus vehicle and you can't sell it. So if you do spend 2.8 million, consider that gone, because you're not really going to get any part of it back because you can't sell the car. Okay, the Apocalypse Brutus, 2.66 million. not a bad price if this was 2 years ago, because this car was actually really fun around 2 years ago, and then I think about a year ago they patched the fact that the shunt boost, so there was 2 shunt boosts, there's one pulling and there's one pushing, and as you can see in this clip, the pulling one is really significant. You can actually launch cars, and it was the most fun thing, and I really don't know why Rockstar took it out of the game. I mean, no one was really doing any harm with this. They were just launching pedestrian cars or launching player cars, and it was just so funny, you know. And they leave, you know, the OP-ness of the Oppressor Mark II, and they take stuff out of the game like this. Maybe it was a glitch, maybe they didn't mean for that to happen, but when it did happen, it was really fun. Despite the fact that the car looks ugly as well, the only unique really thing about it is, you know, the front teeth that you have on the grille. And yeah, besides that, this is slow, it looks ugly, doesn't really look like any real life comparison, and it's just useless compared to every other Apocalypse vehicle. Now the Tyrant. Now I do think some people will disagree with me on this. For some reason, when I talk bad about a supercar, someone will always say something bad. But 2.5 million, and no word of a lie, I actually customized it in LSC. The only thing I missed out was the engine mods, but when I came out of LSC and I drove it down the road, I thought I didn't have any modifications, and I thought it was a slow car with, you know, no engine modifications, but I actually did have turbo and transmission, I just didn't have the engine mod. I put the engine mod on and it's really slow. And yeah, round track, it was 16th round Bruffy's track. It turns really well. That's the only thing it does well. It is so slow, and when you look at it, it doesn't look aerodynamic, and it does look like a tank. Like, if you've never seen it on road and then you look at the picture on Legendary Motorsports and you purchase it, it's so much bigger than it looks. In GTA 5, it just feels like a tank of a supercar. It just feels like a supercar tank, but actually when you drive it and crash into pedestrians, you realize how weak this supercar is. 2.5 million, I don't know. I definitely do not think it's worth it. Right, the Maxwell Vagrant. Now, there's one main issue of why I put this on this list and why you should avoid it, and it's because the price. The price is 2.2 million. Now, I don't know what Rockstar were thinking when they made this 2.2 million. Like, an off-road buggy. I feel like Rockstar says, you know, if there's a certain niche and someone will enjoy driving this around, then we need to make it a high price. And honestly, if you actually go off-road with this, which its main purpose is, it's a really good car. But the fact that it's slow, it costs 2.2 million, and it doesn't have any special mods on it that makes it cost 2.2 million. It's just a good off-roader. And the fact that how many times do you go off-road in GTA and take dirt trails? Because that's all it's really good for, is taking dirt trails. Honestly, I just can't get over it. 2.2 million. Someone has to explain. Someone who lists these cars up for Rockstar has to explain to me why it was that price. I don't know, maybe someone will come back with a good answer. But to me, it's just way too slow. It doesn't turn well under speed. And it definitely should not be used on road. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and let me know what you want to see next. See you later.